Good morning. So, as you can see from behind, we have another support dog for the weekend, for your Easter bank holiday. So today is going to be just talking through a bit of a rest day. Kind of just, there's not going to be a lot going on to be fair, but just kind of like what I'm eating through the day and how I sort of typically spend like Saturdays. So Saturdays is always post legs. So I do legs on a Friday. So I really try to just avoid doing like a great deal on Saturday because I am conked. So I might do a bit of reading, a bit of tidying up, a bit of admin stuff. Yeah, just a general like what I get up to when I haven't got a great deal going on. And like a few potentially like top tips on surviving, like how you can get through a prep when food starts to come down. So food starts to come down a little bit lower now. And just kind of trying to get used to being a bit hungrier, how I manage that, how I deal with that, and like things you can do to sort of push yourself through that. So he's called Bertie. Taking Bertie out on a walk now. I get a few steps in this morning. Feel really bad because he's just been obviously inside all day. So gonna take him out and I'll see you at some point on the walk. We played this game. Get it then, get your seat. Wrong one. Just non-stop is all he does. So, one of the first things I was going to talk about was like, with prep, is just kind of like putting off as eating as early as possible. So I find when food's really high, you do not need to fast whatsoever. Like, realistically, you're on, so at the max hour on, we're about 5,000 a day. You can't not be eating until like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning because you're going to just be stacking food every other hour. So when you go into a diet, like the best thing I find is to kind of like fast until a certain time in the morning and like build up gradually. As your food starts to come down, build up gradually. And let's say when I were on 3,500 a few weeks ago, I was eating like 8 o'clock in the morning because it was still quite a lot of volume. Now that it's dropped down a bit, we're starting to sort of eat at like 9, half 9. And then in a couple of weeks' time, when the food comes down again, we'll do 10. And like build up, and eventually you'll get to a point where you find that you just don't, like you're not hungry in the morning. The only problem is that when you then kind of go back into a gaining phase, it's really hard to get out of that habit. So I found it was really difficult at first to get out of that. But it's just, where is he? Oh, he's disappeared. But yeah, so I found like fasting is the easiest way. Sometimes you'll struggle and hunger will hit you hard. So what I would suggest there, cans of like Pepsi Max, like sugar-free drinks, soft drinks that'll bloat you up a little bit, really help. Water, caffeine, all the normal like sort of like the anti-hunger options you can go with, and they really help. But get to sort of 9, 10 o'clock for me, so I'll get back after. And if you've got the time, like today, I've come out for a walk. Yes, I'm a bit hungry, but I'll come out for this walk. I'm out for half an hour, 45 minutes with dog, and I'll be, yeah, by the time it comes to coming home, I'll be like, right, it's time to eat and we'll get on it. But things like walking, like soft drinks, fizzy drinks, like bloat you up a little bit. Caffeine really helps. Hunger, like really curbs your hunger. Got options. Like the main thing is willpower. People think, oh, I'm up in the first thing in the morning, I've got to eat, so they do it. But actually, you're not that hungry. You just think you are. So tip number 1, that's how I get through diets. Because essentially you close that like window gap for how long you're eating for, from like 8 o'clock in the morning till 8, 9 o'clock at night to 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's a smaller window, so that food will do a lot better a job. So survive it, get through it, you'll find it works.
And that, ladies and gents, is the end of a very wet walk.
A very happy pupper.
So, tip number 2 from me. For breakfast, teaspoons. So, when you're dieting, you like, make every mouthful count. So, teaspoons instead of big spoons make a real difference when it comes to like eating your food. So, it'll last longer, you'll take smaller mouthfuls, which will help you appreciate the food more, like so you'll actually enjoy it more because you'll think like you're taking your time with it rather than being absolutely starving and whamming it down in 5 minutes. But 2, it just makes it feel like it's like lasting longer, means it feels like you're eating more. Take your time with it. Very good tip, really helps. So I'm going to smash down the goat as always, morning oats with my teaspoon. Take me a good 15-20 minutes. I'll enjoy every single moment and savour it, and then we'll be on to dinner in a bit. So don't know what I'm going to do with dog. He's absolutely just ripping apart that cardboard box. Fun, fun, fun.
There we are, ladies and gents. Another meal down. Bertie boy approves.
So one of the things I'd say about dieting, which I've found, is just sauce choice. So example, I've just shown you, I'm having like a creamy taco chicken pasta for tea. So salsa, super low in calories, really good option for a lot of teas that you make. I've made this with the lightest of the, if it's lighter than light Philadelphia cheese. So I think that's something like 30 grams is like 15-20 calories, whereas if you have, I don't know, let's say 30 grams of reduced fat cheddar, you're looking double calories. So you can really get a lot of good volume, really make nice, filling, tasty meals without having to sacrifice a lot of calories. Like I've probably added condiments wise, maybe like, I mean the cheese is in, the Philadelphia cheese is in the plan, but the salsa, you know, you're looking at this and you're talking what? If it's 50 gram serving is 16 calories. I don't even put half of that. I mean, put 25 grams just sprinkled, so you're talking eight calories on top. So which is like nothing. And they're the type of things where you need to start really thinking when you're doing a diet, like how can I get the most bang for my buck when it comes to good quality, like nice tasting food, and how can I season it? Like can I use 0% sugar and salt ketchup? Can I use lightest than light mayo, like salsas, all that sort of stuff? That's how you make the most out of it. Where a lot of people go wrong is someone might make a chicken salad and then they'll put load of Caesar on top, load of Caesar's dressing. It's full of calories. They'll put a load of full fat mayo on. Again, full of calories. Like, be smart with your choices. Really think about the type of food that you're having and the condiments that are going alongside it. Don't overdo it for the sake of overdoing it. Don't try and make something super healthy and then just ruin it by putting a load of rubbish, a load of rubbish high calorie sauces on top. So today's been a very boring day. I'm not gonna lie. I took Bertie out for 2 big walks, and then just sat and chilled, which has been needed. I did legs yesterday, as I said earlier. Legs are really cooked today, and I didn't want to do too many steps. Really trying to take care of legs at the minute because they're a big focus point for growth. So I'll have this. Another thing when it comes to diets and just feeling not less bloated, I'm going to have this thing go for a quick walk after, just to essentially aid digestion, help food settle in a bit, come back, film Ninja Creamy, you know the drill. I'm going to watch Iron Claw tonight, so I will let you know how that goes later. So I'm going to scran this because it's getting cold. We move. Iron Claw was an emotional suplex to the heart, to the soul. Oh my god, I cried so many times. Anyway, that's the end of a rest day. I can't say a lot's happened today, to be honest. Food's quite boring on a rest day because essentially training 5 days a week means you're having 2 days off a week basically. And in those 2 days, the mindset is to kind of just dig deep, have a little bit less food, and realistically means more food on training days, means more food for recovering, more food for strength. I'd always rather eat more on a training day and sacrifice a little bit on a rest day. Rest day food is still nice and high, to be honest. Still having oats twice a day, plenty of carbs. Ninja creams are still in, so I can't really complain. But yeah, I'm just very emotionally drained now. So yeah, I am going to call it a day there. It's probably a shorter video than normal. Just purely because not a lot has happened. I've literally I've not done nothing today, which has been quite nice because apart from walking Bertie, I don't really have Saturdays where I don't do a great deal, and sometimes it's quite nice. You have to take life is so busy.
work commitments, seeing friends, going out, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, Easter bank holiday this weekend, and tomorrow I'm out all day in Leeds. Like Monday I'm busy, so like it's actually quite nice today to just not do a great deal. Tomorrow I will do a bit of filming. I've got to go to JD. My gym's closed because it's Easter Sunday, so JD's going to be open, so I'm going to have to go and do a session at JD, which is going to be honking. So I might do a few clips from that, post a bit of just like an upper body type thing, but we shall see. Other than that, apologies, it's not been as excited as normal, but them's the breaks, happen sometimes. Hope you have a really good Easter bank holiday weekend, everyone, or hope by the time this is up, hope you had a good Easter bank holiday weekend. I will catch you in the next video. Please like, please subscribe. I'll see you in a bit.